Stories like these scare me so much because I feel like this could happen to anyone, especially if you're like me and wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning if you need to travel so that you can be on the road by yourself. But then once you're in the road by yourself, that shit is scary. I feel like I would scare myself more though, because in my head I'm like, what if there's someone in the back seat? What if someone runs across in front of me? However, this story is probably worse than any of those options I just gave you, and probably even worse because it happened in Texas, where I'm from. This lady says that this happened to her when she was around 9 or 10 years old, and she was on the road from Laredo, Texas to Houston, Texas. She explains that her dad was the type of person who liked to drive in the middle of the night, so they did leave around 3 or 4 in the morning. After about an hour of them driving, they did stop at a gas station. When she did look outside of her window, she noticed that there was a truck driver who parked right next to them. She noticed how this really big truck driver opened his door to get out of the truck at the same time they were getting out of the car. So as this big dude was coming out of his truck, obviously his door had to have been open for a few seconds and then he closed it. But within those few seconds, she was able to notice that there was a lady inside that truck. A lady that was in like a fetal position with her hands and feet tied together. She said that she was only able to really see that the girl was in there because when he opened the door, the light from that store went into that truck. So a few minutes passed and the dad who had gone inside the gas station came into the car and they were on the road again. She said that she waited a few moments just to get some distance from that gas station, and then she wanted to tell her parents what she had just seen. She was scared that if she told them then and there, what if the guy noticed that they were looking or turned to them or something would happen to her family. Unfortunately, her parents did not believe her. After she told them what she saw, they were like, maybe you're half asleep, maybe you were hallucinating, maybe you just have a wild imagination. She admits to herself that now that she's an adult, she's like, I hope that was a hallucination. I hope I was half asleep and that's not what I truly saw. She honestly really hopes that's the case because she thinks like she cannot live with herself if it was actually a person that maybe got kidnapped, maybe their life was ended and they did nothing about it. I mean, in my opinion, she tried to do something about it. It was the parents who didn't believe her. And don't get me wrong, I understand that maybe like the parents were scared, but I would much rather call the police, not just stay there, you know what I mean? Like I would call the cops. Even if there was no lady, at least they would go and check. I feel like these stories are so much scarier to me than like ghost stories because yeah, we should be more scared of the living than the dead. But anyways, what do you guys think?